Last night I saw a superhero. He was black. He said, "This is for the hood. Black Lightning's back."
It opens up with Jen. She's in, or JJ. She's kind of like out on this mission. And this is telling her she has to go in this facility to retrieve these stolen metagenes.
Containers have the stolen metagenes, right? Yes. Now I'm going to need you to grab one of those containers, okay?
She gets the metagenes, but she's having like some kind of weird wonky thing with her powers. They're going in and out. She doesn't know what's going on. Flash to Tobias, and who knew he had the hidden talent of being like such a skilled piano player, because he's on there, playing the Beethoven, sounding fantastic. And he looks on the security cameras for the facility and sees that lightning is attacking this place. And he's like,
Jennifer Pierce is supposed to be gone. Who the hell is this?
Low-key, he's putting together some things, like he's working it. Then we go to the bar. Jeff is drinking again. We thought it was over at the beginning of the season. It's back.
I gotta just throw this scene out. It was so funny that he was at the bar, and I like that his hair is looking like how Jay-Z's hair is looking these days. And then like you see my man Gamby there, like I think I turned away from it and I saw Gamby there. I said, did he bring the old man to the bar with him? But I guess he was going there just to go there himself.
I have a feeling Gamby can drink Jeff under the table though, because I don't feel like Jeff is like that good of a drinker.
In fact, I think Gamby is Irish, so
maybe, because I have a feeling he can hold his liquor.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
We get to Lynn and her little lawyer boo. They're in the living room, and he's talking about, yo, if they take this to trial, it ain't looking too good for you, baby.
I know you don't want to hear this, but what it comes down to is this. You're gonna have to take a plea deal.
So you need to go ahead and take
your man is scheming. He is scheming hard on
This guy, I thought Tyler Perry wrote this scene.
Say one more thing. I'm a pimp slap you. Say it again.
So like when you see him talking this nonsense, like, and then he even tells Jefferson, he says,
first of all, you're her ex-husband.
He stepped on some toes. He was not scared. He was like, look,
he was trying.
My woman. Listen, you're the ex-husband, but I'm the one trying to get out of jail, baby. So I don't know.
Right?
This scene, I didn't like Lawyer Man. I didn't like Lawyer Man from the fifth floor.
He didn't have to come at him like that, talking about this is your ex-wife. Like, wow, really?
He didn't, but he's trying to establish himself as, the competition. He's got to like, look, Lynn, you got options.
Yeah,
he's stuck over here with Jeff.
Of course, but look at what her options are. Now the dude that's her other option is already trying to send her to lockup.
I can make sure you have minimal jail time.
Whoa. You gonna be locked up for a little bit of time. Why? So I can write you pen pal letter? Shoot fly, dude.
Tobias Whale has won the election and is the new mayor of Freeland.
We see that what's her name? Tommy Lawrence. She tells the news that Tobias wins. Tobias wins mayor. So he's now like the mayor of Freeland.
Even though we knew he was running for mayor, I was like, where's the ballots? I just didn't understand where any of this was. It was just, he won. I said,
voter fraud.
A phone call like, yo, you won mayorship.
Yeah, like,
word.
What are the options though? It's like, okay, who you voting for? Option 1, Tobias. Option 2, Tobias.
With facts.
Who else
ran unopposed. Like, okay.
JJ tells Jeff and Lynn that she went into the ionosphere.
Yes. You conveniently forget that your ass blew up the last time you were up there.
And that they were able to recover the stolen metagenes, and they kind of like devise a plan as far as what to do with Tobias. TC pulls up Khalil.
Someone wants to talk to you.
Hey, Khalil.
Had like this exchange. So Khalil was able to recover something he called.
It's a digital ledger.
It has a bunch of people in it that Tobias used to pay off.
That's going to help Lynn in her case, because it's proven that Tobias is out here being fishy, paying people off, paying off witnesses, and paying off
Looker.
We'll remember Looker from like season 2. Remember her?
Yeah, so you know what's crazy? When I saw her again, because I didn't remember the name, but when I saw her again, I said, "Oh, you're from like a previous season."
Khalil says he'll go and get Looker, not kill her, just to like retrieve her. But he also asks about his boo Jen. He was like, "Yo, how's Jen doing?"
How's Jen?
And nobody's telling Khalil that Jen ain't the same Jen. I don't know why it's a secret. Like, they just don't want to tell him. Like, I don't know what it is. And TC's supposed to be like his little connect, his guy. You would think that he would mention. But TC is also very loyal to JJ. So I can kind of see that.
He really is. And you can see that later in this episode, too.
He arranges this little meet and greet, little date with Young Boy.
I'm Young Boy. I thought that it was best that you and Uriah make things right by going on a date. It's all set up. Here's the address. And it's in a couple hours.
It was the cutest thing.
It was so cute. I was like, oh, he really tried to put it together. Like, this is her buddy. Like, he's hooking it up because apparently JJ thought that Young Boy sold her out to Chief Kamala Harris, but he didn't. So we get to the date with Young Boy.
Damn, you look amazing.
And
so beautiful.
It was so nice, but at the same time, I was like, hold on, how old are these kids? Because they pull up at a bar. I'm like, are they not IDing these kids at the bar here?
I guess it's like Canada and Freeland. You know what I mean? 19 is a drinking age, maybe. So
I guess.
I'm glad you came out. I've been feeling you for a minute.
A gentleman. He was kissing her hand. He was doing all the things he was supposed to do on the date. I said, okay, young boy, you're great. You get in there. Yeah. Meets up with Detective Shakur, aka Detective Tupac, at the bar because he's trying to bring him in.
Need your help. With what?
He needs his help to get the serum over to Detective Mason.
Rufia, federal agent.
He convinces Detective Tupac to kind of drug Detective Mason by telling him, revealing his secret identity.
Now you know everything. Have you lost your damn mind?
I love how you put that out there. Like, okay, we're gonna drug. What's his name, Mason? We're gonna drug Mason, and he's like, no, we're not gonna do that.
We don't do that here.
Hot Girl Grandma and Gamby, they have their scene. He convinces her to come over to his spot, and he apologizes.
I need to apologize to you.
You could have done that over the phone.
And she wasn't being too receptive until Anissa was brought out and kind of revealed that
Tobias has stolen metagenes from pregnant women, and he's using your R&D department to do it.
And yada, yada, yada. So now they were able to convince her to help Gamby look for the emitter. Jefferson and Detective Tupac were successfully able to get Looker out of Detective Mason. So he kind of had his get out moment.
It's like, oh, what's that movie? Get Out?
Like I was in that movie. What's it called? Get Out. Okay.
Good job, Mason. Good job. That'll do, Mason. That'll do.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
This is the scene that had me like, dang, why? Why did we have to go there? Hashtag justice for Young Boy, because as they were leaving the bar, tipsy, I assume, they run into Red, which is Tobias's little henchman / homeboy. He uses his little Magneto thing, and Lightning, her powers are on the fritz. So she was unable to protect Young Boy, and he dies out in the street. Like he gets a bullet through the chest, and I'm thinking,
what was the reason? What was the reason?
He really just died for no reason. Like he just went on this one date with this girl, no kiss, no nothing, just dead.
Did they even hold hands?
Did they? Did they? He died for a virgin daiquiri and a shared appetizer. There was no reason for this. He died a senseless death.
Dude,
he died for a 2 for $20 at Applebee's. A shame.
No,
and he was still telling her, "Oh, go light up the world."
Don't cry. light of the world.
Then blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm like,
yeah, because it was revealed. I really did feel for young boy. I thought that he was a really good guy. He didn't have to die.
Jennifer has to be cursed because remember in season 1 when Khalil went on his little first date with her at the protest, and what happened? He got shot, damn near died, and lost his ability to walk.
Quite frank with you, I had a young lady. Her last name was Pierce, and I said no, thank you.
It's a trap.
Khalil, we're kind of like flash to Khalil, and he is on this mission after Looker. He's going, fighting all the, the level 1 bosses, trying to work his way up to the final boss, which is Looker. And as he's fighting these people, one of the guys, he gets up there and he's talking about,
oh, this boy brought a knife to a gunfight.
And Khalil with the most BDE, he pulls up the shirt and I'm like, oh, is he about to give us a peek at the abs or something? He pulls him, it's a gun. He's about,
I'm a grown ass man.
it's like, okay, Khalil, we see you. And they fight and he kills this guy. And as the guy dies, I'm thinking, these are innocent people that he just killed. They are under Looker's control, so they are just like, innocent bystanders, low key. But then we get to the big boss.
Final round.
Looker.
Well, ain't I?
And of course she's like, oh, who's this? Mandingo, he's looking good. I'm about to keep him around.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep you as a pet. And
Khalil, he wasn't having it. She tries to mind control him. Flash into his mind. And I'm like, as soon as this happened, I'm like, yo, Painkiller ain't about to go for this. He ain't about to go for this.
Oh, hell no.
Fight.
Painkiller came out. They started tag teaming her, and they won.
And when you say tag teaming, meaning they were fighting. I want to be let's be clear here.
2 Mandingos.
Nah, you know what was cool about that whole scene?
Yeah.
The music that came on during the fight was whoa.
What did you do to me?
Tapped her with the poison. Khalil convinced Painkiller to let him out so he can give her a little touch of the antidote, not too much so that she's back to her normal self, but just enough so he can be like, look, but listen. So we get to Hot Girl Grandma and Gamby. They're on the streets of Freeland looking for the emitter. And Gamby's pulling out all his James Bond moves. He's got all the gadgets and, gizmos and everything. He pulls out whatever it is. I forget, it was a watch or some kind of toothpaste.
You carry C4 around in your pocket and you have your watch as a detonator.
Uh-huh. Explosive alarm clock. Guaranteed never to wake up anybody who uses it.
They were able to see that the Promethium is throughout the streets of Freeland, it's under the city.
It's everywhere.
And he said that it's highly radioactive. And I'm wondering, what's the cancer rate in Freeland? They got all this radioactive promethium in running through the street. Is this also another reason why there's so many medicines in Freeland? Because of all this radioactivity? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Jefferson gets the good news to Lynn.
Khalil captured her, and Hassan is on his way to pick her up right now.
Oh, he's mentioning remarriage.
We never did get remarried.
And I'm thinking, remarriage?
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
After the season of turmoil they had, they was fighting tooth and nail whole season.
You hid things from me our entire marriage.
You're a drug addict.
Don't do this right now.
Everything except for this one episode was a fight. I'm like, why would we mention remarriage now? And even Lynn was
let's not talk about that right now.
He's feeling all Jackson 5. He's feeling all I want you back. That's what he's feeling right now.
Lynn is feeling I got options. She's feeling Wale up here. So at the final scene, we get to see that Tobias knows that Khalil was involved.
This ungrateful ass nappy-head Negro still breathing and don't have sense enough to stay off my grass.
I follow the IG page on Black Lightning's IG page. People have been demanding that Khalil gets a rematch with Tobias because last time they fought, you know, Tobias ripped out his spine and he like, you know, dogged him. So people are like, yo, Khalil needs his rematch moment. Do y'all think they're going to give it to us in the next 2 episodes?
If anybody kills Tobias, I think it should be Jefferson.
I don't see Jefferson doing it. I see it being Khalil.
That was the episode, guys. We hope you enjoyed watching our video. If you do, make sure to subscribe and leave us a like and leave us a comment and tell us what you thought about the episode of Black Lightning. And join us next week for another reaction recap with the 3 of us, the Trio of Destiny. See you later. Bye.